broke my toe last night. And it's clear, I definitely broke it. And I'm going to show you guys my toe. So I'd probably tell you curious about my toe. And seeing it, go to the beginning of the video. I'll tell you that later. But your discretion is advised. This thing is gross looking. I feel like I shattered my toe. That's what might have happened. I might have shattered it because it looks like it got shattered. Look at this crap. Ready? Your discretion is advised. Don't watch if you do not like blood. No, it's not really blood. Okay. That's over with. And now, just as usual, with a broken bone, I'm going to go to work. Because that's what I do. Unlike other lazy fucks, I still work with a broken bone. That's why I'm able to operate with a busted back and a busted knee, too. And because I still do things, still active. So I'm going to have a DoorDash session now. And go ride with a broken bone, just to prove to you guys that, oh look, I still work even with broken bones. That's why I'm able to operate. And if you're a regular viewer, rewind to the beginning of the video and you can see my toe. So if you guys want to see my broken toe, go rewind in the video, but it's black and blue, so it looks kind of gross. Just give you a warning. And then we go to work. Oh, that's right, I did grab milk already, so I can make coffee. Hello. So last night, going at like 45 miles per hour, I slammed my toe, got slammed up against the pedal itself. It's like, here's the pedal, it is like up against that, and slam, like a fucking it felt like a rod just going slam, like a piece of metal just going and it like shattered my toe. I don't know what's exactly wrong with it. I'm just gonna have to let it heal. But it didn't hurt. See, I don't feel pain like other people. That's why, like, you know, if there's problems with my back, it's just like my body just stops working. So that's why people see me walking around. This is what I'm proving, is that I'm gonna go to work with a broken toe, and I'm not going to the hospital for it. I'm not gonna bandage it up. There's no point. But this is what I ended up doing even after I got hit by a car. I went and I still worked. And then people on my channel called me lazy, called me a fucking liberal scumbag, all these things, you know, because I said there should be work for people that are stuck in houses that are disabled. Imagine that I got called lazy because I said that there should be like a type of work where we can manufacture, use our hands, if we can use our hands and do things at a house instead of going into a factory, you know. But yeah, and I know I'm right, but there's other people that are just so hateful and so like they want to hurt people so bad, they want to say nasty things, that they'll go and they'll discredit what I'm saying and call me lazy because I said that I wanted to come up with a system that allows people who are disabled to get work. So anyways, I'm gonna go on my bike and I'm gonna go work with a shattered toe. But I gotta get some coffee in me first. And for you guys that are jumping in now, rewind to the beginning of the video if you want to see the toe. I already showed it. It's kind of gross. My own mother told me, she's like, after I got hit by a car the first and the second time, you need to really need to get a real job. Instead of saying, hey, you know, you want me to help you with disability paperwork and shit like that, you know, you got a busted back now, a herniated disc, and a torn piece of cartilage in your knee, you know, bullied me because I was pretty and I have nice hair. That's terrible. I don't like when people do that. That's what's been happening, and that's who's been ruling over politics lately. Is you got a bunch of emotionally incel liberals. You got to understand who's actually running the liberal side. I am liberal, but I am not a liberal, if that makes sense. The thing is I'm more conservative when it comes down to it, because it's like conservatism is just basic laws, keeping the laws more basic so we can work them out quicker. They're more strict, but they're more basic, because it's like it's easier to understand and run through this law system quick. You know, you could process things quicker, and you have less tape, you have less, you know, barriers to entry to do things. You have less regulations on industry, you can get more things done, spend less money on the process to get that thing done. That's conservatism, but that's not what the conservatism party has been doing. They've been doing the liberal thing, and they've been sending their jobs out to other countries. So we buy stuff from China, and then they can overcharge us on stuff that only costs $1. They're going to charge us $10. Insane, right? Let me teach you about politics, all y'all. At the end of the day, politics really don't matter. It comes down to your local governance. So your local town. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Like politics at the high end, they're not supposed to really exist. You're not supposed to have a federal government. It's not what the founding fathers wanted. Federal government was brought in to basically pay off our debts for the war when we gained independence. It wasn't supposed to be a permanent thing. Income tax wasn't supposed to be a permanent thing. All this stealing our shit through the government wasn't supposed to be a thing. We were supposed to be able to get along with each other and, you know, run our own businesses, trade with each other, have the food that we need, have the shelter that we need, because we work together as a community. Now everybody wants it from the government, and the government doesn't have enough because, you know, the government has only so many people. If you get more people in there, then that's more money they're taking from you. That's what the liberals did. They didn't do anything to actually fix anything. So the people that are in power as liberals right now ruined the fucking planet, basically. It's okay to be liberal. It's another thing to be a liberal. Identify as a liberal. If you are identifying as a liberal, you have no fucking clue what you're talking about. Because you didn't fix anything, you didn't do anything to actually make the world better. I'll be right back because I gotta fill this up. It'll be like maybe about 2 minutes. But you guys want to see my toe again, I mean, you just either rewind or put it in the chat that you want to see it. Just I want to show it to you guys so you can have proof. But I just gotta fill this up with water. I'm back. Yeah, school is like the biggest waste of time, I swear to God. 9th grade should be the last grade that people are going to school. And they should be able to cram all the academic stuff into the grades underneath it. Because there's enough time for all of that. If I was able to go work on a farm at 14, that would have been sweet. I would have probably been rich. But instead, I went to go work on a roof, and I got paid $8 an hour to work on a roof and risk my life. That's insane, dude. If you guys want to see my toe, let me know. A bad one. Where is the lid? Oh, it's right. I know God is real. One day people will be dealing with this too, and they'll be like, oh my God, why am I doing this? And then, you know, we'll deal with the consequences from there. So now I'm gonna be making coffee, and I'll be heading out, doing some work from there. Yeah. I'm glad I did all that work yesterday that I did. You guys saw what I did. Now imagine that after that, I asked the homeowner, I told him, look out there. You see do you see out back? How does it look? And it's like pretty much spotless. And she starts going off on about the fence. And I'm like, but look. Like, she had zero notice, zero appreciation. Like, the place is usually so clean because I'm cleaning it that she didn't notice a difference when I cleaned it. And yet she calls the place looking like trash when it's not done for a week. You see what I'm dealing with? That's why I'm also documenting this shit, so that nobody can say at the end of the day, you never did anything. No, I absolutely did, and there's fucking documented proof. So what's been going on? We got a certain Lego distribution company, buy and sell place. Apparently shutting Ben of the Week, his voice off. And now he's not allowed to talk about bricks and minifigs. Bricks and minifigs! All right, so everybody's been talking about it. Now Ben's not allowed to talk about it. And I wonder how many other people are not allowed to talk about it. I haven't been given a letter, so I don't know. That's an interesting situation. That's why I made that video, literally just saying the words bricks and minifigs. That's why I said it that way. Just because now I'm not liable. All I did was say the word of the company. You know what I mean? There's no insinuation behind it. There's no... Yeah. It's just the word bricks and minifigs. And I suggest you guys do it too. Let's all start a trend. Make a video saying bricks and minifigs. Maybe say it angrily. Bricks and minifigs! Ugh! Something like that. You could do, you know what I mean? But don't say bricks and minifigs did this or did that. Don't say any of that. We already know what's been going on. We should all start saying bricks and minifigs in a video and just be like, well, you can't sue us. You know? I wonder how AI works on that, because like if they had put a lawsuit, Ben of the Week can't talk about bricks and minifigs, then you ask AI or a search engine, what about bricks and minifigs? What did they do recently? And then it tells you, is that a breach? Is that like illegal? Like, can AI be acted upon and against when it comes to that? Because normally you would see a Wikipedia article. This is what happened. Bricks and minifigs. It was a saga. We had 4 different videos made by very important people that were involved with the situation, and they had stole this and did that. If they had all that information available on the AI, is that a breach? Is that a breach contract for like the AI? I wonder. In Ireland, a migrant tried to remove the head off of a native-born Irish person, and here we go. It's another attack by a migrant. These attacks shouldn't be happening at all by the migrants. They're supposed to be here to get saved, right? Refugees. We need to protect the migrants. They're coming over here and killing us. No, get them out. Get them out. Open your eyes, people. That's something you can get a little angry about. Nobody can stop you from getting angry about an invasion. We used to welcome people to our country because we had enough opportunities, we had enough land, we had enough people of our own. Now we have too many people from outside of the country. I don't care what race you are. We have too many people that are from outside the country. If they were Britain people, it'd just be too many. You know what I'm saying? But look at the problems that we're having. This has nothing to do with, you know, the reason why I complain about the conservatives bringing up race like it's a thing is because you could have, you know, 100,000 British people here, and because they hate America or something, they might do the same thing that the other migrants are doing. So don't make it a race thing. Make it an invasion thing, you know, migration problem. You know, you could have 100,000 Russians here. Oh, you funded Ukraine. We hate you now. You know, that stuff can happen. You can't make it about race. Do you belong here or do you not? An easy question, too. Where's my coaster? Ow, my freaking foot. I just had a fork for stirring. Where the hell did I put it? Where's that? So if anybody's curious about the title of the video, yeah, I busted my toe last night, and if you guys are curious on seeing what it looks like, rewind in the video and look at the beginning. It's like within the first few minutes, I showed it. My toe is shattered, like the whole fucking thing. It's just exploded. It's covered in black and blue the whole way. I'm gonna go to work in a few minutes with a bad toe, and I'm gonna prove to you guys that I end up working like it's a normal day when I have a broken bone. Yeah, somebody was like, I bet it hurt. No, it doesn't. That's the thing, is I don't feel pain like normal people do. When I was young, I used to like basically kill my nerve endings. So I purposely did things to affect the amount of pain that I would receive later. I don't want to explain exactly what I did, but I've been able to shut off the pain receptors like almost permanently. So when I'm actually feeling the pain, it's because it's actually that bad. So if my knee starts twisting and stuff and I'm starting to feel that pain, it's because it's actually that bad. It's like I shouldn't be working right now. I should be on disability because of my back and my knee. Now I got a busted toe and it's just keeps stacking up. So what happened was I was riding on the street and there was a traffic cone that was sitting over, so it got bumped over and it was sitting in the middle of the road, and I tried to swerve away from it and it was just not in time. So I ended up smacking that traffic cone, went against the pedal in my toe. So it went slam, the fucking thing went like a rod, like slapping it, and it exploded my freaking toe. And I was like, oh no, did I just lose my toe? Because I didn't feel it at all. I was just like, what happened? I went and I completed my job. But that was last night. You guys, if you're curious, look at my last stream before this one. You'll hear the hit. That happened on stream. That's why I'm streaming, because when these things happen, I want to have them recorded for proof. This is actually what happened. That's what actually happened. You know, if I when I was in my vehicle, if I had live streamed, that would have been great. But I didn't, because I rather would talk to people, you know, one on one. So I have a feeling it's gonna rain too. Oh right, I looked into these harnesses. I finally went and looked, tried to find one of these on the market, and there's nothing that goes to the side like mine does. So this one hugs your side, your hip, or your shoulder, rather than sitting right there. So if it's sitting right on your chest, your phone, if your phone's sitting on your chest and the thing's penetrating your chest, it's not going to be comfortable. So I do have the right idea. The position, like I might be able to put less straps on it and less weight. All right, I got 13 people in here. Who wants to see my toe, my exploded toe? No one. you want to see it, you could go rewind. That's about it. I'll probably start my stream when I start dashing. Or maybe I'll leave it on. I don't know. I've run out of things to talk about. That's why I want to stop it. It's like not much to talk about. Crypto crashed. Now it's starting to bounce up again. I'd be disappointed if you guys didn't already buy in a little bit just to get a pump if you guys got money. And then sell when it goes up. Yeah, buy low, sell high. And if it goes down lower, buy way lower and sell just a little bit higher. That's how you win in the bear market. Right now, everything's bear market. What won't be bear market is the car market. Like these car lots, they do not care if they sell all their vehicles. They usually don't care. They'll leave them there for the longest time, and they'll sell the car that does get sold for a higher amount, like a huge amount. That's why these prices are so high on cars. It's because there's so many unbought cars sitting on the lots, and nobody wants to buy them. But these car places are smart. They're like, well, we'll just raise the price even higher, and so we're selling for the other car that's sitting on the lot. We'll sell that one and that one, but by selling just one, they'll get enough money to have sold two. That's their strategy. So the car market is never going to get cheaper. I wish that it was taught in schools that inflation is a planned event, and it's because we keep creating new money supply. That is in the beginning what made us rich, what made our currency valuable. Now it's pulled away from that value because we have so many freaking dollars out there. But the reason why at first inflation was a thing that made us actually a rich country is because more people had it in their hands, and more people wanted it because they were like, oh, well, I need $1 too to make an exchange with you. Okay, I need to get some dollars too. So that's what the whole world did. The whole world's got, paper money. Now, too much of the world has got the paper money. We got, 350 billion going to Ukraine. We got all this money going everywhere. And that's another reason why our currency is dying now. But if people knew that it was a planned event, then they'd all be raising their prices astronomically. If you understood what's really going on, you wouldn't be like, I'm just trying to make a business. You'd be like, I'm trying to make a future, and that's going to require me raising my prices in a huge way. And it sucks. But that's what people would have had to do to keep up with inflation. And then minimum wage could have gone up as well with it. Minimum wage should be going up. I don't like the idea of placing a minimum wage, enforcing a company to pay a certain amount to everybody. But that's what needs to actually happen in an inflation-based economy. No matter what. It doesn't matter, how hard they're working. It's just, the money becomes worth less and less and less. So you need to get more and more and more for it to actually be worth the same, So minimum wage is something that needs to be going up. Sadly, I don't like the idea of it because not everybody, not every single job needs $20 an hour. All right, I'm going to throw my dash on. I'm going to go split screen. So give me about a second. I'm going to check my battery and make sure I have enough on this. I'm pretty sure I charged it. I know I charged it. You know, it'd be an interesting thing if while I was on live, I was able to capture my mother's reaction. I told her that I broke my toe. I want to show you guys what her reaction is. She'd be like, "What do you want me to do about it?" That's what it would be. So motherly love. The women today are acting like males. When I used to run, I was the fastest runner among the people that I knew. Well, the people I knew, the people I was around. So track and everything. No, I can't run. And the old people love it because they already can't run, but they can't run because they didn't take care of themselves. They did fuck nasty drugs and shit. They did crack and everything. So they can't actually function. That's why the old people hate me. And that's why they hate you too. The old people, they don't want you to do good. Their time is over. Look at the common sense of it. If I'm telling you guys, what you need to watch out for, this is how you do good. This is me like doing the opposite of what the people older than me are doing to people. The people older than me, they're trying to hold their own and not give out secrets, not tell you how to be safe and know exactly what's really going on in the world. Really, the only people that are doing it, people like Trump. And people who require everything to be going right in order for the economy to succeed. Bartholomew! Oh no, you can't see him because it's a little kitty. You're on camera, kitty. Not amused? Bartholomew! And you know what's funny about it? Whenever I see an old person, I wave to him. So the potato sprouts are like budding hard. What's up, dude? Dude, it's freaking gonna rain. What do you think? I'll be back. I gotta check the weather, that I gotta turn my dash on, so I'll be about a minute and a half. Yeah, so if you're curious about, like, you want to see a busted, shattered toe, rewind in the video. It's right at the beginning. So like 2 minutes in. Need more money for that, but the bare minimum I need. Yeah, at least it wasn't my whole freaking foot. Like, but that would have been prevented mostly if I had my shoe on. But then again, I feel like I wouldn't have, because it would have grabbed my shoe. Like wrecked my foot. Would have probably like pulled my shoe up like underneath my pedal. Would have busted my fucking whole foot. Probably broke my ankle. Not disturbed. Turn that off. So now I got to be extra careful and not get a flag, because if I have to walk this thing back with a busted foot, top of the busted knee, DoorDash, give me a couple. We got 2 to 7 minutes. I need now. If anybody's ever played Final Fantasy VII and they go into the slums and you see like all the houses built from like computer parts and stuff like that, and that's the kind of future we see actually, is people having to salvage it. everything looks clean now, but like you look like if you're in a clean city on the roads, like I see a Powerade bottle, I see cans on the side of the road, yeah. But you don't see like parts of cars laying around and all that. It's because it's been cleaned up, been picked up and cleaned, right? Now what happens when there's too much of that stuff and you can't keep up with it and it's everywhere? Regular humans will pick it up. They'll start building their houses out of it. I literally have the Slums soundtrack playing in my head right now. I played way too much Final Fantasy. I played way too many video games. This phone's offline. I got music downloaded to it. Oh, that's what's here. There used to be like a. What's going on? I thought there was a separator here. I could be wrong. Flag in the middle of the road. There's flag in the middle of the road. Another flag in the middle of the road. That's 3 flags and it's sitting in the middle of the road. For me to run over and get a fucking flag on it. Now if I can find a use for those flags, that'd be sweet. Found another blower. That's the kind of yells I like. know what's insane, dude? You know what's fucking insane? I've been saying for a while that Trump, what he needs to do, this is the thing he's doing, is bringing pride back to the country, right? Well, now you see Hunter Biden saying the same damn thing. Another blower that's probably broken, but try to fix it eventually. It's an electric blower. Hey, it's either that or I pull it apart. Like this one's got a full cord that goes out of it, so it's got like it's probably got the components for like energy regulation. Voltage. There's like a voltage regulator and something else that I need to make an alternator out of a blower motor. This is gotta be my favorite song here that I made. Yeah! Whee! Where am I going with it? Wait, what? Oh, okay. Yeah, dude. $5 water. How you doing? Get the DoorDash for Tim D.
There you go.
Got Black Velvet 80 proof, right?
You got it. Thank you. There's a receipt in the bag.
Oh,
The paper bag.
It's on it. Right in it. I'll just take a picture of the whole thing.
Okay.
Perfect. Have a good day. Thank you.
customer requested you hand them the order. They added the following instruction.
Give me another one of those. It's a good order. What's unfortunate is they set that up to where like there's a time limit. So if I'm late even by 1 minute, so I'm compensating on my left side now, and my knee is like, it's got shooting pain. Dude, you know what they should do instead of making a $250 bill for Trump? They should do also that, but they should do that, you know, well afterwards, considering you can't be alive and have your face printed on the bill. I think that they should do like a golden nugget with like Donald Trump's imprint on it or something, and like make it exactly worth like $250. Divvy up my and also having in the back of my head how far I'm going, how much energy. The last one didn't have any sort of indicator. Sitting straight up. Ever. Riding that over. Grab me another one of them door dashes. One more, at least. If I get two of the same that I just got, that'd be sweet, but like I have to get two at a time. More stuff getting put out the wood here. Chalkboard. That's a self-checkout. So cool. Literally, they got their own self-checkout cake polish. But it's like a safe though. It's like a standing safe. Oh no, I'll get another one down here. It's just building up. You know what? I should probably. Yeah, I should. I'm gonna go head back, feed the cats. Make sure they're fed at the right time. About 30. Go back out and I'll body. As much as I don't want to end the dash because I'm already getting on the road. I'm gonna wait until I get all the way back there. If I don't get a dash by the time I get back. There's another flag sitting without a flag hit on it. But we gotta get some bushes because they can't clean up all these things the proper way. Imagine it start pouring rain when I first get back. That's God, basically. That's God giving you one thing rather than the other thing. That's my opinion about it. Whenever I get hurt or something, I'm like, it could be way worse. You know, when I got slammed by a vehicle, I could have been ran over instead. I'm like, I'm happy that, you know, that's how you have to see injuries. It was much worse. You know, I got bit by a spider. I was laying in a bed sick for around 8 months. I could have died, but I didn't. That's how I see it. That's how everyone should really just, you know, try to see it. If they have an injury or something, it could have been worse. I got a shattered toe, whatever. It could have been worse. Could have lost my whole foot. I want to take that thing back. I might end up using that aluminum part because it's light enough. Bartholomew! Kitty. Alright, you guys can sit up here, I guess. Kinsley! Scratch kitty. That'd be sweet if this thing worked, but I doubt it. The only reason I'd be sitting on the side of the road like this because it don't work. But we'll find out right now. What the fuck? Bro! This thing works! I got my own power blower. That's insane, dude. What? That works. That's insane. I just got that for free. We're gonna feed cats. Fox and I got a free blower that works. And it's mega portable. So I'll be back. I'm gonna feed cats. Enjoy my chair. it's epic, bro. It's epic. Just got my own leaf blower. Alright, I put my resume dash on. Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Welcome. If y'all missed it, I got a free blower today. And it's compact. It's really portable. It's not one of these massive ones. It's not very powerful, but it's good for quick shit. Like I'm gonna clean up this front here really fast. Be right back. Clean up this front out. And I'm gonna put dash on pause for another second so I can see. Welcome back. Forever does come. Wait, that was an epic find. And I'm pretty sure me getting it is a lot bigger of a deal for those people than a lot of other people. Let's turn my dash on. Let's see if I can get another order. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. I got time. I'm actually surprised crypto's holding up as well as it is, because I expected like $1,000 Ethereum by now. But there's too many people invested in it, so there's a good possibility that the price could go back up. Never know. This might be the dip before the rise, the great rise, because the concept of people transferring their wealth into cryptocurrency really hasn't begun yet, because only like a small percentage of the world has even tried cryptocurrency. Now, during this next cycle, you never know. Do I have to end the dash? I'm going to end the dash. I'm going to restart it. Look at my ratings. See how much that one damaged my shit. No, it didn't. Okay. Great. Oh, hell yeah. All right, that was on time. Sweet. What was the time? Sweet, dude. Oh, wait. The pickup was late by 2 minutes, as I had seen, but I had already arrived at like 1 minute. Like it had just turned the minute after of the time that I was supposed to have it delivered or have it picked up. Still in the 90s. Actually, I'm gonna go. I gotta catch up on Atlas Earth too while I'm doing this waiting. So I'll be back probably later.